Welcome back to the Big Island. You know, many cultures cook things wrapped in leaves. In Mexico, they make cochinita pibil, which is essentially pork wrapped in banana leaves. Chinese make something called lo mai gai, my favorite dim sum item, that is sticky rice in, what did I just say, Chance? In lotus leaves, in lotus. The Hawaiians are no different. They make something called lau lau, and it could be chicken, beef, pork, fish, vegetables, cooked in two different types of leaves. Taro leaves wrapped around the food, and then that little package is wrapped in something called tea leaves, T-I. We happen to have a whole tree right here with tea leaves that we're gonna use. And don't worry if you can't find these leaves, I'll give you the mainland version of how you can get to essentially the same endpoint. But first we have to harvest a handful of these leaves. Look how beautiful they are. And long ones, like this guy, is perfect, like so. So I'm gonna do 3 bundles, and that will mean 6 leaves because you wrap each bundle in 2 of these. So I need 3 more nice ones. Let's come down here and get this guy. That's 2 and 1 more. Let's just get this guy for safety. Okay, let's go back with our tea leaves and make our bundles and get to a steamin'. This is a 4-hour process, but so fun and so worth it. First things first, we have to prep our tea leaves. It's not a big deal. And by the way, if you don't have tea leaves, you're gonna be using foil, so you can forget this step. But if you can get them, here's what we do. We don't need the stems, so they'll come off. I could, if I wanted, give them a quick rinse and throw them in the bundle when I'm done, but I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do to make this more pliable is I'm gonna take this big rib out. And here's how you do it. Small knife, little cut, and then watch. Beautiful. Now this, see what happens? You're just taking this little center rib out, and it just makes this kid much more pliable. This is what you want, this. Do the rest, and then we carry on. All right, it's protein time, and with the gardener working in the next yard, here's what we've got. We've got pork shoulder, we've got chuck steak, and we have ono, fish. Typically, lau lau is made with butterfish, which I think we would call monkfish on the mainland, but I couldn't find it. So any firm white fish will do fine. So here's what you want. You want a handful, or as Max would have said when he was a young man, a hand pile of a combination of any of these.
It makes sense, by the way.
Hand pile?
A pile that can fit in your hand.
So let's do this. A pile that can fit in your hand. You're 100% right.
Perfect measurement.
So what you want are essentially bite-sized pieces. So like this, right? And so slightly larger than bite-sized, they're gonna shrink down and they're gonna just really melt. So here's what we want. Cut away. Let's see what we've got here. Like this. And see this fat? That fat is gonna do marvelous things in our little bundles. So maybe we go like this, and then like this, and then like this. We'll do one more, and then we'll move on to the beef. Okay, it's beef o'clock. So, beef time. Let's get a big piece here. All right, beef, similar sorry, gardeners. Beef, similar, all right, beef, similar pieces. Wow, it's just like we're home, isn't it? It is. It couldn't be more home if we tried. Like the pork, don't shy from the fat, because the fat's just gonna bring extra melty deliciousness to the whole deal. All right, we got a pile of pork, a couple more pieces of the beef, and now our ono. So the ono, let's see, great stuff, great stuff. All right, this is the bloodline. You might want to just take that part off. I know it sounds horrible, but just take that part off and you'll be fine. Okay, we've got the pork, we've got the beef, and we've got our fish. Now it's time to season, and then we wrap. So here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the beef and put it in. I'm gonna season it with a little Hawaiian salt, a tiny bit of soy, just a few drops, and a little smoked paprika. And I know it's probably not traditional, but I like the idea of it. And I'm just keeping them separate so I know what I'm doing. You'll see at the end. Beef, done. Pork, same thing. The salt, a little soy, smoked paprika. I'm really hoping that King Kamehameha does not come hunting for me for desecrating a special dish. And last but not least, our fish. I cut more than I needed. That's okay. So like this, salt, smoked paprika, and soy. A few drops. And when you're all cut, when you're all seasoned, now it's time to wrap. You saw the tea leaves. These are the taro leaves. You do not eat the tea leaves. They're just to hold everything together. But the taro leaves really melt into the whole thing and become part of the dish. If you can't find taro leaves, collard greens would work perfectly. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll take a couple of these, like this, and in it, we'll put some of the beef, like this, a little hand pile of the beef, a little hand pile of the pork, and let's go with 3 pieces of our fish, okay? Now we're just gonna take this guy and fold. We're making a real tight little bundle, like this, like this, like this. Now this, wait for it, one of our leaves like this, and we're gonna wrap this guy up this way, nice and tight. As Kirk Van de Kamp would say, you ever heard that name?
Nope.
He was in my Fields Welding and Industrial Supply days. We take like this, and this we're gonna wrap up with string. I'll wait till I have my 3 piles, and then we'll wrap them all up. Continue just like that first one. Now we take a piece of string, we tie our friend up. By the way, I'm really bad at wrapping. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I can do this. And I even cut the strings long enough. I thought I was gonna have to do 2 on each. Can you tie your shoelaces with one hand, boys?
I don't think so.
Really?
Anybody?
You can't?
You can?
No, I can't.
I was like, what?
No, I cannot. Honestly, I think it's a really fun thing to do. And when everybody is wrapped up real nice, like a present, like a beautiful little tea leaf wrapping paper dressed present, now it's time for the steamer. Okay, boys, this is a big pot. There's water in it. Look down here. This is a steamer basket. Our hosts are gracious enough to have everything we could use. And so this goes in, water in the bottom, right? This goes up here. We turn it on high. It's gonna start steaming the water that's in here. We place our little bundles in the basket like this, and whether you have 3 or 33 if they'll fit, same concept. They go in, they start to steam, we put the lid on, you're fine. You got nothing to do for 4 hours, other than come back maybe every 45 minutes, make sure there's still enough water in there, because without water, you don't have steam. Without steam, these guys don't cook. But when they do cook, so delicious at the end. So, oh no, brother, you're gonna love this.
What's going on?
I forgot something. I wanted to put one of these in each packet, and now I'm completely torn.
You don't know if he doesn't know if he wants to open one up and put it in.
And by the way, it was a little breezy outside, so I brought the pot in here.
And you made a whole trip to the store in our Wrangler out there.
To get stupid garlic.
So you're gonna
Should I do it? I think I want to.
I think just unwrap one of them and then we can do a test.
Oh,
and
for
see
God's
how much difference it
sakes. All right. I'm so mad. Oh. Yes, by the way, look, okay, this is simple. We can do this. I'm just taking a big peeled clove, sticking it right there in the middle, and then re-rolling or re-wrapping or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I think we can do this. I think this will work. Oh, mother goose. Oh, okay. It is trouble. Everything's trouble. How are we going to remember this one? I'll do an extra string around it so we know. This guy will be special. The only guy with an extra string on him. It's the worst. It's just, I mean, how could this, and like what? Like the world's easiest recipe, right?
YouTube cooking is a young man's game.
God. Don't, listen, people at home, don't get old because, oh, it's my youngest calling me. From Sons of Sam, it's Zach. Hold on, let's see what he has to say. Okay, I'm shooting. The mic is open. You're on. Do you have anything good to say?
Tell them to subscribe.
Nothing good.
Yes, you do. Subscribe to
Wait, hey, your brother's talking. He's saying, wait, what?
I'll just call me later. Love ya.
I love you, bye. Zach is watching Lewis in summer, and Lewis needs to take certain medicine. He has a collapsing trachea, which gives him this little cough. It's a cute cough, but you know, it bugs him a little bit. He doesn't like to take medicine. You could take one of these, make it this big with layers of pork and beef and chicken and sweet potato, and put one little tiny pill in the middle of it. Lewis would eat the whole thing. He wouldn't eat the pill. Do you have a dog like that?
Well, I hope you are enjoying Hawaii while I'm here trying to force feed Lewis's medicine into his mouth. We've tried everything. Peanut butter, yogurt, turkey, cheese, cottage cheese, sneaking it into his dinner, everything. He won't do it. Here's what we're resorting to. We've crushed his medicine up. I'm going to open his mouth and just put it in there. And he's not going to like it. Oh, Jesus Christ. That actually scared me. Come on, Lewis. Come here. Come here. Ow! What the hell? Come here. I don't know what to do. Part 2, we've taken the powder, we've mixed it in with a little bit of water into a straw, and we're just gonna stick this down his throat and drop it in there. He's gonna hate me. Come here. Lewis. I need to... Come here. Come here. Lewis. Lewis. God. Come here. Oh! Lost it all.
If you have a suggestion for how to get a dog, and don't tell me about those pill pockets, because he's onto those. No chance. Okay, here's our friend. Back in. Now I can turn it back on. See you in 4 hours. Again. Since we have 4 hours, we thought we'd take a little run into town to Chubby's and have some proper restaurant Lao Lao. So we have a data point, something to compare it to. Well, look how beautiful this is.
Wow, thank
Beautiful,
you.
thank you. Wow. Okay, so check it out. Here's our deal. The Lao Lao comes with a side of ahe poke. This is basically Hawaii on a plate. You got your Lao Lao right here, the taro leaf on the outside, which we know is edible. Said that. Macaroni salad and white rice. Could have had green salad, but that would have been a huge, terrible mistake. So let's look what we've got here. Look how tender. There's your inside of your Lao Lao, and there's your pork. It's like pulled pork. Smells delicious. I'll admit, it's pretty plain. It's super tender pulled pork, super tender. But 4 hours in steam is gonna make my iPhone tender. I think the salt, because it feels like it needs it, that we added, the smoked paprika, the soy, and that clove of garlic is gonna make a big difference. But wait, while we're here, you gotta have a bite of poke, yeah? Smell the sesame oil. It's very nice. And mac salad. It's all good. I wanted this to be better. Okay, so to be fair, I had that bite without any of the taro. So let me get some of the leaf. Here we go. Okay, taro, pork. Still boring. Better, but still boring. Oh, fingers crossed, ours comes out fabulous. And I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be one of those people on YouTube that takes a bite and says it's fabulous. And I get accused of that. When I say it's delicious, it's delicious. And why am I yelling again? Inside of Chubby's, which, by the way, is also a bowling alley. It's crazy. It's Lao Lao o'clock. We're done. It's been 4 hours on the nose. Let's see what we've created. We've created, oh shit, a bunch of steam. Holy crap. Do you smell, boys?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Put this guy here. That's our one with the garlic, the double strings. Ready? Oh, it's hot, very hot. Okay, remember, the tea leaves, we don't eat. They're just, that is what, looks like it did at Chubby's. I hope it doesn't taste like it did at Chubby's. Okay, shall we put this on our rice? Oh, look at what we've done here, lads. Are you ready, gentlemen? Uno,
Ready.
uno, dos. There's the garlic. Wow, wow. Oh my. Okay, there's beef.
Steam.
There's beef with some of the taro. Our first Lao Lao. How do you say bon appetit in Hawaiian? Well, bon appetit, brother. Melt in your mouth, tender, flavorful, enough seasoning on it. You barely get the smoked paprika, but you know it's in there. But look, here's some of the pork with some fat on it. You know what that bite's gonna be like? We're in Hawaii, so Max will let me have one more bite. Okay, 1,000% heaven. 1,000% better. Oh, it's so delicious. And this garlic clove right there, look, it just mushes. So you can have a little bit of garlic with even some of the fish. Now you're talking, buddy. What's nice about this blend is you get a little bit of a whole bunch of different things, which is fantastic. The taro's amazing, the pork's amazing, the beef, the whole thing is great. You really want to try this. Remember, collard greens will work in place of the taro leaves. And then just use foil and do this. The recipe's below with alternatives if you don't have all these leaves. Wow, this is an amazing, super delicious way to end our time here on the Big Island. Shall we reflect a little bit, lads? We came, we stayed, we ate, and we cooked. And while it would be almost impossible to pick a winner from the Loco Moco, garlic shrimp, and lau lau, we all left fans of food from the islands. So to end, I say mahalo and thanks for watching. And let us know in the comments where you think we should go next. Aloha.